Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at their favorite things about you, the person on your mind, okay? Please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm now going to show you crystals. So for pile number 1, we have this green Aventurine tower. For pile number 2, we have this red cat's eye. And for pile number 3, we have the citrine cluster. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul the most, based on the specific person on your mind, and that will be your pile for today. And once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I will see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose the green Aventurine crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at their favorite things about you, the person on your mind. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest, as the messages may differ for everyone watching. You chose the card Joy. Let me go ahead and add the rest of your cards, and let's see what shows up. Okay, my pile number 1s. For your cards, we have Life Force Energy, we have Truth, we have Miracles, we have Luminescence, and for your tarot cards, we have the Fool card, we have the Queen of Cups, we have the Justice card, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and lastly, we have the Lover's card. Okay, so before we start with your reading, I do have a small favor to ask from you. The last 3 months, 78% of people who watch my channel didn't subscribe. So if you've ever liked this channel and you like the videos I've posted, can you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button? It helps my channel more than you know, and the bigger the channel gets, the more content I can create and put out to you guys. Thank you for those that have subscribed within the past few days, and thank you to those that have been here since the beginning supporting. Thank you for all your support and love. I'm sending you so much love, and enjoy the reading. Okay, my pile number 1. So in terms of this person's favorite things about you, as soon as I pulled out your cards, I started hearing the song How Deep Is Your Love by Ellie Goulding. I think it's called that, but I'm just hearing the melody, and where she says something like how deep is your love. Yeah, I'm hearing the line like about devotion, and is it like nirvana? Like, that gives me the vibe here that this person's favorite thing about you is how deep you love, because there's something about the way you love that is deep, like the ocean. It's huge. It's a huge amount of love. Your heart is so big, and I think that is this person's favorite thing about you, because in the way you love, my pile number 1s, it's an abundant form of love. With the Queen of Pentacles, that's what I feel here. The way you love is an abundant form of love. It's a courageous form of love where we just kind of immerse ourselves into that feeling of love. And I think this is this person's favorite thing about you, because the way you love can be felt in the heart, And it's not necessarily something I can physically explain with words, but it's felt in the heart space. And the best way I can describe this is my own personal experience of feeling that love so deeply, feeling that immense vulnerability with a person, feeling that huge amount of love, and staying in that space of vulnerability and like keeping your heart open without fear, without any types of projections or ego or anything. And I can tell you the one time I felt that was with my lover, where like I cried so much that day because I was going through some things, and he held me and he soothed me. But the way he held me and soothed me, I actually felt like the cracks in my heart were being regenerated. And it's hard to explain with words, but I literally felt like that because I never had someone comfort me, nurture me like that, in that way, because I was always that to others. And I'm getting emotional now in this reading. But I've never felt that type of love from another person before, where they deeply love you and nurture you and just hold you, and you can feel it deeply in your heart, and it feels like it's mending cracks within your heart. And I feel like that's the amount you love a person with. And the reason maybe I'm getting emotional is because I'm feeling this person's appreciation for you, my pal number ones, because it seems like this person really feels like you are the biggest miracle, the biggest blessing that has entered their life. And the way you love this person is from a deep genuinity, and they can feel it, and they feel their heart expanding each time they're with you. They feel like you heal their heart with your love in some way, and that you love courageously and deeply, deep like the ocean. And it is like nirvana. It is enlightening, and it is beautiful, because I'm almost feeling like when you two come together, it's almost like your souls merge together, and it's very divine. It's a very spiritual kind of connection, this one, and I feel it very deeply. And I even feel emotional while channeling these messages, because the love between you two is eternal. This is definitely a soul connection, and I'm seeing something about your ancestors bringing you two together. So that's quite interesting. You know, when I see connections where ancestors bring you two together, it is very beautiful and divine, and it's meant to be in some way. There's something that feels fated about this kind of love, and that is what this person feels. That's why they feel this immense amount of gratitude. They just, their most favorite thing about you is the way you love, and how deeply it's felt, and how when you two are together, it's like you just merge and soar into the sky, into the stars. And that is the feeling I get. And I also feel like this person feels like you're very similar to them, or you're very alike. Definitely soul connection vibe. I'm not being told to say what it is, but just a soul connection that is beautiful and divine. Okay, and I feel like this person feels like it was fated in some way, and I feel like this person also feels like the love you give them somehow replaces the love they didn't receive in the past. And what I mean by this is, I feel like this person has had people in the past kind of just have conflict with them, maybe not give them everything they need in the emotional aspect, and it's like, it's not a healthy kind of love this person received in the past. That's what I'm going to be honest with. And there's something here about you maybe have been through similar things as them. You're also on your healing journey, my pal number ones. And there's something here about you understanding them deeply, and understanding their pain deeply, and not judging them for it, because I feel like you've been through similar, maybe not similar scenarios, but you've been through your own set of pain as well. And Spirit is showing me snakes. So snakes represents this deep transformation because the snake shed its skin. So there's almost like this feeling of your love that is deeply transformative. And I'm hearing wounded healer, like you are a wounded healer to this person in some way, because I feel like, you're still on your healing journey, but it's like you're able to understand this person's pain that they wouldn't share with anyone. And that is the feeling I get here. You're able to understand them deeply and have compassion and love for them. And your love is deeply transformative and deeply healing as well. And the image I'm seeing is like dry desert, right? And what this person didn't receive before, imagine their heart like a dry desert. It's thirsting for that water, that nurturing, because water is a nurturing element. It's a healing element as well. And now their heart feels like it's just being like this desert overflowing with water. And now their heart is starting to grow flowers. And I just feel that energy. Like you give this person what they didn't receive before. And the type of love you give them is rich and abundant. And they feel like you're a miracle in their life. That is what I feel strongly here. There's something here about this person trusting you with their heart. Trusting that you would hold it gently and that you would hold it like a baby and not drop it. And that's the image I see here with this joy card. Your love is deeply nurturing, and we even see in the Queen of Cups, she's transferring her heart into that cup. So there's something here about this person trusting you with their heart. Their heart feels safe with you. And feels like you are so genuine that you wouldn't break it. You wouldn't hurt their heart while holding it. You know what I mean? You'd hold it gently. And there's something about that. This person trusting you deeply and feeling safe around your presence. Your presence is deeply healing, calming, and not just deeply healing, it also grows something within them. This person feels like they grow with you, and their favorite trait about you is how you can learn stuff about them and understand that it's not to be shared with others. I feel like this person can trust you with secrets, and that's also their favorite trait about you, and how deep you love and how healing your love is, and how it kind of helps them grow in some way. They feel like they are growing with you, and they feel like you are someone that is always ever growing. And I think they also like your vibe. Their favorite thing about you is your vibe and how calming it is. Spirit is showing me aloe vera. Your vibe is soothing, because when I think of aloe vera, when you get sunburn or you have like, I think a cut, I'm not sure, but then they put aloe vera on it and it kind of soothes it and cools it down. So I feel like there's something about your presence that is soothing to this person and healing in some way, and that's their favorite thing about you, as well as how you're always growing and you help them grow too. You're always blossoming, you're always blooming, and your presence, your heart is just genuine. I think this person's favorite thing about you is your heart. I'm seeing like a turquoise blue and like silk. So there's this feeling of like your energy feels silky and soft. I hope I'm making sense, but you just feel soft and gentle to this person, and that's their favorite thing about you. But when I think of the color teal as well, it's like a mixture of the heart energies, because the heart chakra is green. Noticing a lot of green within your cards, and you pick the green Aventurine. And the green Aventurine also relates to the heart, but it's also a very abundant crystal. So I feel like the love you give is abundant, and that's this person's favorite thing about you. But also green mixed with blue is like a kind of teal. So blue to me reminds me of like this calmness, this peace. It reminds me of the ocean, nurturing, healing. You know what I mean? And that is this person's favorite thing about you. This person also feels like you are really intelligent, more intelligent than you even know yourself. And that's this person's favorite thing about you as well, because it's like they're just in awe of your mind. That's something I see as well. And there's something about you feeling like home to this person. Um, like when we haven't received the emotional nurturing in childhood, just imagine our emotional state like a house. And that house hasn't been built properly because we never received that care, that nurturing in childhood or in our formative years. And Spirit is showing me the fourth house. That's why I'm saying this, because the fourth house relates to Cancer energies, the home, and our upbringing and our childhood. So there's something here about that house not being built properly on stable foundations. And it's almost like you take down the walls of their emotional field and rebuild it properly. Does that make sense? So this person feels like they can build a life with you. They feel like they're becoming and forming into their best self, because Spirit is showing me like someone building a statue and carving it to the way they want it. So there's something here about this person feels like they are being carved to who they want to be in the future. With you, they feel like they're growing into their best self with you. Does that make sense? So that's something I see here. And I think this person's favorite thing about you as well is how emotionally balanced you are. You're not someone that just picks fights out of nowhere or is just rude or anything like that. Like, I feel like your heart is genuine and pure in some way, and there's something here about that. Like, you deeply understand this person, you're deeply nurturing, you're patient, you're kind of like go with the flow. You don't get upset with them for no reason. Your love is just healing and it gives them hope in some way. And maybe the reason I'm saying these things is because maybe they've had people in the past be like this to them. And there's something about your love that gives them hope. And that's their favorite thing about you, because you're also someone that brings in a lot of hope into their life and brings miracles into their life. Or at least they feel like you are a miracle and blessing in their life. And I definitely feel this is a soul connection, past life connection, and how deeply nurturing your love is. This is what this person finds their favorite thing to be about you. And I also feel like you're someone that is very hopeful. You're someone that kind of keeps on to that joy, keeps on to that hope for the future. And something about your mindset, the way you think of things, the way you kind of go after things with excitement, with this joy. I mean, this Life Force Energy card to me gives me this vibe of someone that is carefree, optimistic, always sees the best side of things, always sees the beauty in life. Someone that sees their cup half full, not half empty. That is the feeling I get here from you. And there's something here about you having a lot of energy. You being very playful, you being very fun to be around, you being such a joy to them. And I think this is this person's favorite traits about you as well, because you just have this very optimistic energy to you, and you kind of go into each day with this optimism and with this hope. And it's like kind of like you make this person believe that beautiful opportunities can be out there, that beautiful things can happen to us. It's like you have this abundant, rich energy and mindset. I don't mean abundant in physical nature. I mean your mind, your soul is rich in some way. And it's like you see the world with color. You see the world with this hope and optimism. Do you get what I mean? Even when you're stepping into the unknown, it's like you have this kind of feeling of, I'm hoping for the best, but I'm not hanging on to the outcome or to how things are going to go or to worries. So there's something about your personality here and the way you view things and the way you kind of go into life that rubs off on this person, and this person feels like they're just following your lead, like this kind of puppy here. I think this person really feels like you're loyal and they feel safe around you, and there's something here about you two following this rainbow together and kind of creating your life to be full of color. You know what I mean? And I'm hearing that song, She's Like a Rainbow. She comes in colors everywhere. So there's something here about you being like a rainbow, you being full of color, you being a very vivid, bright person in your personality. And that's something this person finds as their favorite thing about you as well, because you're just so playful and such a joy to be around, and you make everything feel more colorful, more bright, more playful, more joyful. And it's almost like, okay, other people look at situations and they worry and they stress, whereas you look at it with this hope. And yeah, I kind of feel that energy. And I also feel like you're very wise, but you're also very fun to be around, and that's also this person's favorite thing about you. There's something here about you make this person feel full of energy, full of excitement for newness. I'm also seeing something about passed on loved ones here. Either you or this person has passed on loved ones, and something about that guiding you to each other with the ancestors. That's something I see. And also I feel here, there's something here about you just bringing so much positivity into this person's life, and I think that's their favorite thing about you. Because there's something about your inner child that is still with you. You can kind of go into the world and see the world as your playground where we can paint our life in color. And we don't have to necessarily follow what other people think or say. We live our lives with imagination, and that's exactly what the inner child energy is. This person feels like you bring out their inner child, and your inner child is with you strongly, and that's something this person has as a favorite trait about you. I also feel like you bring a lot of change into this person's life. You're someone that's always changing, always transforming, and that's this person's favorite thing about you. And I think you know them deeper than they know themselves. That's also something this person's favorite trait is about you. I feel like this person feels like it's almost hard to explain what they're feeling here. It's deeply spiritual. That's the feeling I get. Because they can feel your heart, they can feel your vibe. It's deeply spiritual, deeply transformative. And it's hard to explain this energy with words. That's the feeling I get from this person. Like, they see all these beautiful things about you, but it's kind of hard to explain with words. And with these lotus flowers here, it's kind of like you took this person out of a dark place and helped them grow. And they just see you as such a miracle, such a blessing to their life. And you amplify their energy, you amplify their transformation. Yeah, Spirit is now showing me an eclipse. So there's a lot of transformative energies here. I keep saying it, but I keep seeing it. Because even with the tadpoles here, the other day I saw something about it being a symbol of transformation as well. And the eclipse. So there's something about that that keeps coming up. And that's this person's favorite traits about you. This person's also really, really admiring how you're very empathic. You can feel energies. You're very intuitive. And I also feel like you can feel this person's emotions. You can feel when something's not right. You can feel when something's not okay. And that's something this person really loves about you, because it's like, okay, I am not really feeling great today, but I can trust you with this. I can trust you with vulnerability because I know you're going to understand on a deep level. You're not going to judge me. That type of energy this person feels towards you. And that's their favorite thing about you. But this person also feels like life is just a celebration with you. And that's also their favorite thing about you. And I feel like you're so passionate about the things you love. When you get passionate or excited about things that bring you joy, I think that's also something that brings this person joy, if that makes sense. And I'm hearing like the planets align for us to be together, like it's meant to be, that kind of energy. I also feel like you're someone that is balanced, fair, very truthful and honest, even in moments where it's a hard truth. You're honest. You're honest when something has hurt you and it's put you in this past energy of yourself. You're honest when you make a mistake. You're honest when this person is doing something that is off character. Like, you're just very honest and truthful, and you live in your truth. You're very authentic to yourself. And there's something here about you being a mirror to this person. That's something I keep seeing. So I guess for some of you, this could be a twin flame connection with the mirroring here. But there's something about that this person really likes, because now I'm hearing the song, You're Just Like Me, I'm Just Like You from Barbie. So there's something here about this person feels you're very similar to them, and that you can both live in your authentic truth together. So that is what this person feels, and I think this person feels like you just commit to them, you just give them love. And I think this person loves how you wear your heart on your sleeve as well. And how you just give love freely without expecting it in return. And how deeply nurturing you are. And how you're able to be vulnerable with them. And how big your love is. I also feel like this person thinks you are quite angelic or pure in nature. And that's also their favorite thing about you. Your love is deeply valuable to them, something that can never be replaced. What is the word I'm hearing? I'm hearing priceless. Like, you can't get your love anywhere else. It's priceless. And now I'm hearing that song Irreplaceable by Beyonce. So there's something about your love that is irreplaceable. They know they can't find it anywhere else, and they feel like you're just a miracle. Your presence is a miracle. So this is what I feel in your reading, my pile number ones. I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this red cat's eye crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at their favorite things about you, the person on your mind. So you chose the card giving and receiving. Please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of your cards. Let's see what shows up. Okay, my pile number twos. For your cards, we have Shine Your Light. We have Free Spirit. We have Support. we have Manifestia. For your tarot cards, we have the Two of Wands. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Cups. I will say, as I pick up this Ace of Cups card, the background is kind of similar to a card we had in pile 1. And then we also have these Justice Scales here. The Justice card was in Justice Scales here again. Justice card was in pile 1. So there may be some similarities here to pile 1 if you were drawn to that pile, but if not, also okay. We have the Sun card. And we have the Hanged Man. Okay, so before we start with your reading, I do have a small favor to ask from you. The last 3 months, 78% of people who watch my channel didn't subscribe. So if you've ever liked any of the videos I've posted and you like this channel, can you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button? It helps my channel more than you know, and the bigger the channel gets, the more content I can create and put out to you guys. I'd also like to thank those that have subscribed within the past few days and those that have been here from the beginning, supporting, sending love and comments. Thank you for all your support. I'm so grateful and sending you so much love. Thank you and enjoy the reading. So I heard a baby cry outside, and while I was hearing the baby cry, I just kind of waited a little bit to start your reading. And then I saw 111 as I was about to start. And in the intro, so just a little bit of backstory. I don't see spirits, like actual bodies. I see energy move around. Like little sparkles like this move around. Or sometimes I can see like spirits when I'm about to fall asleep, or like fairies and things like that. Or sometimes I will just, I guess it's just different, maybe my own fears as well, but like when I was doing your intro, I saw like little sparkles flying around, or sometimes I see orbs, and then I know it's a spirit guide around, like when I was picking up your crystal for the intro. So your spirit guides are very heavily around with signs today, especially with the 111, the baby crying. And then as soon as I tapped into your energy, I was also hearing a melody that's sung by Megan Trainor, I think, like I'm gonna love you, like I'm gonna lose you. I had to listen to the melody a bit to figure out what song it was, but it's almost like if this person feels like they're gonna love you, like they're gonna lose you, it's almost giving me this vibe of, I think this person finds you to be such a blessing in their life. With the Manifestia card, it seems like they have dreamed of having a partner like you. When I looked at the Hanged Man now, I heard I've been waiting for this one. So it seems like they've been waiting for a person like you. And they were waiting for a very long time for a person exactly like you. And there's something here about them daydreaming about a person like you with traits like you, which I will mention in a moment. But it's like, I really dreamed of having a person like you. I really manifested this, or prayed for this, or asked the universe for this, or just deeply wished for this. Because Manifestia, this card, doesn't just talk about, manifestation. It can be wishing for something and that wish comes true. That wish transforms into something physical, with the butterfly here, and the wish blooms open. And the stars here kind of remind me of like wishing upon a star. So there's something here about this person wishing, hoping, dreaming for a person like you, and feeling so blessed that they actually found you. Because it's almost like this feeling of, I knew a love out there would be great, and would be the one for me, but I didn't know who they were. And then them finding you and just feeling like something is complete within their heart. Like this manifestation has transformed into a physical form of a blessing that they actually have right now. And I'm hearing the song, Dreams Can Come True, look here baby, I'm with you, that song. So it's almost like this person feels like a dream has come true by being with you. And with the baby crying, I'm trying to get what the baby is. Let me just see. Okay, so we have the Sun card right opposite the Support card. So there's something about this connection healing inner child wounds for both of you. Because a baby crying right as I start your reading and then seeing 111 is not a coincidence. Your spirit guides are very active today during your reading. There's huge messages here they want to give you. So there's something here about this connection healing childhood wounds within both of you. And I think this person is aware of that, or at least feels it somewhat. Like the emotions they never processed before, or the emotions you never processed before, are coming out in this connection in order to be healed and nurtured. And it's like you're very supportive towards each other when these emotions do come out. I'm not sure if you or them are always aware it is childhood wounds coming to the surface, but then like the feeling I'm getting is almost like how I explained to Pile 1 when the one day I was like literally crying because I watched a movie, and I was crying so much because that movie triggered something from my childhood trauma. I didn't tell Pile 1 that, but I just told them I cried so much, and then my lover was like holding me, nurturing me, and it actually felt like the cracks in my heart were healing. I cried so much that day, I can't even explain how much I cried in words. Spirit is showing me Alice in Wonderland when she cried in that teacup, and it like just the whole room became full of tears. That's how much I cried. And he just nurtured me, loved me, and I literally felt like my heart was being healed in that moment. And I'm feeling the same energy for you, my pal 2. That's why I said energy is very similar to pile 1 but different in a way. So there's something here about the inner child wounds coming out to the surface to be healed, to be acknowledged, and to be released. And then you two being a support to each other, you two having a deep vulnerability with each other, and that is deeply healing. It's like with the Sun card, I see it as like the emotions come out, we cry it out, we release it, we talk about it, we be vulnerable and open with our hearts, and we have heart-to-heart conversations with each other. And then after that, the person nurtures us, supports us, listens to us, gives us what we need in that moment, has vulnerability with us. And then like the sunshine comes back out and dries our tears away. That's the feeling I get from this connection. And if this connection is not there to the state where it is deeply vulnerable like this, there's something about it transforming to that, because with the song I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you, there's something here about this person knowing that love between you two is such a blessing to them. It's something they've wished for. It's something they've always wanted to experience with a person like you. They've dreamed of having a partner like you, and they know they're gonna fumble the bag if they lose you. So there's almost like this feeling of, I'm not hoping to lose you. I'm not like afraid of losing you or scared of losing you, but I'm gonna love you like that possibility is always open. I'm gonna always put in effort. I'm gonna always... And I feel like you may have the same energy of like putting in a lot of effort towards this person, because I get signs of things before readings, and just before I started yours, like my boyfriend asked me if I wanted a water, and I said it's okay, I'm fine, thank you. But like I feel like you or this person or both of you do like little things for each other, because just as I'm about to start a reading, I notice signs of things that happen around me, like the baby crying. You know what I mean? So there's something about the effort you put into one another that makes this person deeply happy. They feel blessed to have you in their life, because I mean, even with this giving and receiving card, we see the energy of balance here. So maybe this person loves that you pour into them. With the Ace of Cups right opposite it, it gives me this feeling of like the love you pour into them overflows in their cup, makes their heart happy, makes their heart filled with rainbows. And with all the tadpoles here and the lotus flowers, it gives me this energy of like the love you pour into this person overflows in their heart, but it also is deeply transformative and deeply healing to their heart. But also the love you give them, the love you receive from them is deeply healing as well. So it's like a two-way street where both of you are receiving this from one another, but also giving it to one another. And I think that's also this person's favorite trait about you. Like I said, how you're able to be vulnerable with your feelings, because I feel like you feel things very deeply. How you're able to not only give but also receive to this person. How you're able to both put an effort towards one another. And with the balance here, I don't always feel like it must be equal, because I feel like there are times in connections where one person has to pour in more than the other, and other times where the other person pours in more, depending on what we're going through, because we're not robots that are like on 50-50 scales all the time. But like the feeling I get here is the effort is reciprocated, and that is something this person loves about you. How you reciprocate feelings, how you reciprocate energies and efforts, and it's like the love you give feels deeply healing to them, feels deeply transformative, and it feels like it's healing the cracks within their heart. And that is what I feel here. It feels like it's overflowing within their heart, but not only that, healing the cracks within their hearts and bringing it back to wholeness. And there's something here with your, I'm feeling ancestors. I'm hearing the word ancestors, yes. There's something here about your ancestors. I'm hearing also angels and maybe animal guides that are kind of like saying this love was meant to be. It was meant to happen. I feel like you were meant to meet each other, because it's like there is a purpose for this connection, which is inner child healing, but also heart healing and transformation. So that's what I see here. There is a purpose for this connection, a deeply spiritual purpose. So there is that. So like I said, this person's favorite traits about you is how you're able to reciprocate with them, how you're able to nurture their inner child in some way, how you're able to be vulnerable with them and share feelings with them, because I feel like you do feel things very deeply and you're not afraid to share that with them, and how deeply transformative the love is, and how the love feels like it overflows in their heart. That is their favorite things about you. I also feel like there's something here, like I know everyone here is different. This person may, for some of you, I guess there is a lot of vulnerability. For others of you, I feel like this person maybe, it's like a mindset thing where sometimes they're afraid to share their feelings, because I feel like some people here had families, like the people we're talking about had families that kind of gave them that mindset that it's not okay to share vulnerabilities and to to be open with that in some way. I'm feeling that. I like, I don't know why I'm getting so distracted, but like I'm moving things around and things are just like falling apart here on my, I have like a shelf here at the side and like I'm moving it around and it's just falling apart. So there's something here about inner child healing. Whatever this person is healing their inner child wounds from, it's like this restrictive feeling of, you know, when things are falling apart here, it's like me trying to fix it, but then it falling back down. And I see that as like, when we think of children, I see that as like, okay, let's say the child is a little bit messy or cries or whatever, and then the mother or the father is like, no, don't cry, don't be messy, fit in this perfect box, you know, that kind of feeling. I feel like this person had that kind of restricted type of upbringing where, okay, no, you can't say this, that's not okay to say. Oh no, you can't do this, that's not okay to do. Having tantrums as a toddler, you can't have tantrums. Meanwhile, the parents can't even regulate their own emotions. You get what I mean? So I feel like something about this person's childhood was restrictive if they're not deeply vulnerable with you yet. But I feel like it is going to transform towards that as alignment takes place and as healing takes place, because this love is deeply transformative. Because Spirit keeps showing me the lotus flower and tadpoles, and they literally mean transformation. So there's something about that, and Spirit is also showing me a sea snake. So sea snakes to me also remind me of transformation. And now Spirit is also showing me a dragonfly. And dragonflies to me remind me of past unloved ones. So the angels I was picking up on could be past unloved ones. And I'm also seeing like someone fall out a window, and like not a window but like a glass window, and like shards of glass are coming out and like they're falling down. And I take that as illusions breaking. Because when I see glass shatter or break, either something shattered within their heart, or it's like illusions breaking around them as they're with you, and it causes like ripple effects in their life of transformation. So that's something I see, and I think, like I said, the purpose of this connection is huge. But anyways, let me get into the actual things I see here, because I'm spending a lot of time on talking about the connection, but I feel like those messages were needed in some way. I don't know if any of you wear heels, like wear high heels. If you do, so that's something this person likes about you. This person's favorite thing about you is how you give love to them. When you give love, it pours over into their heart, and it just feels like it's overflowing. This person's favorite thing about you is how deeply romantic you are, and how you give generously to them. And it's also like they give to you generously, and it's just this constant feeling of upliftment, support, but also, you know, I don't know how to explain this. You know when you're like busy doing something and it takes a lot of energy, and then someone comes to you and they pour into you, and then you feel like you can carry on going, like you feel like you have more energy because you have just been poured into by another person. That is the feeling this person gets from you, and that's their favorite thing about you. Because let's just say, for example, they wake up in the morning, they're feeling very tired, and they get cuddles and kisses from you. It just boosts their energy for the day. not in a way of a bad thing, but it's almost like the love you give them energizes them in some way, because I feel like your energy is very high vibrational. If some of you wear jewelry, I'm picking up on that. This person likes that. And whenever you pour out your heart to this person and speak to this person, something about it is very poetic or very beautiful in some way. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but there's some people that can talk, and like when they talk, when they pour out their heart, it sounds like poetry. It sounds so beautiful, and there's something about that I'm seeing. Some of you have beautiful voices that sound like a melody I'm hearing, or some of you are artistic in some way, and that's this person's favorite thing about you as well. There's something about you being like a rose, very, very beautiful, always ever growing, very romantic, not just beautiful in your outside exterior, but beautiful in your heart as well. And there's something about the thorns that are there as well, because a rose has thorns, but roses are not just there to be picked by people. And there's something here about you knowing that about yourself, and you kind of just, you know how the rose just sits there and looks pretty, and the bee comes to it. It doesn't go after the bee. There's something here about that. Like, you kind of just know your worth, and there's something about you seeing things a lot deeper in a love aspect. There's something about your gifts. I feel this is my intuitive pile. There's something about your gifts being very open and seeing love a lot deeper than most humans, if that makes sense. And with the thorns, I see this as like, we all have our thorns to us. We all have the things in us that we don't necessarily like about ourselves. But it's like this person loves the thorns, but also loves the roses. Does that make sense? So if you have any insecurities, or if you have anything you feel like you don't really like about yourself, there's something about this person finds it their favorite thing. If you have any insecurities, if you have anything you're shameful about, that's this person's favorite thing. Let me give you an example. I have cellulite and my boyfriend loves my cellulite. Sometimes he'll poke it and like really like squishy, and he sees it in a different way than me. He sees it as cute, whereas maybe because of my upbringing where my parents always commented on my cellulite, it has made me very insecure in it. And there's something here about like this person finding and loving your insecurities and thinking that they make you shine the most. That is what I see here. There's something about this person finding you to shine so much, even in your insecurities, even in the things you're shameful about. Spirit is showing me peacock feathers, and this person feels like you just stand out, like you just shine brightly in the world. You shine your light to everyone, and it's like the peacock, you just stand out and you're noticed by others. And there's something here about this person finding you to shine, and that's their favorite thing about you, how you just shine out. Because even the things you are shameful about, I'm hearing the song You Don't Know You're Beautiful by One Direction. The things you're shameful about are their favorite things about you. The things you're insecure about are their favorite things about you. You get what I mean? And sometimes it's hard to hear that, or hard to process that, because it's like, who would love this? But you are so lovable, my pal number twos. And everything about you, this person loves. Even traits about you you're not necessarily proud of. Like I said, with the rose also comes the thorns. And there's a duality in humans. We aren't perfect. And when I look at nature, nature isn't perfect, but it's beautiful. And so are you, my pile number twos. And this is exactly how this person feels about you. This person feels like you're so dreamy, feels like you're a dream come true, like a wish on a star come true. And there's something here about that, like this person feeling so blessed to have you in their life. And I just see that, like this person loves everything about you, not just the good things, and finds it their favorite thing. So that's something I see. I'm also seeing like honeybee combs, like those hexagonal, I don't know what it's called, like, you know, like the bees have those things with like the hexagons. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it right. I'm not sure what that means. Let me just Google what it means and see if I can come up with a spiritual meaning for that. So the hexagonal cells serves as storage vessels for honey, as well as homes to raise young bees. Bees secrete wax from their special glands in their abdomens, and they hold the maximum amount of honey, ensuring no space is wasted because the hexagons fit tight and side by side together in a compact fashion. And I'm reading the spiritual meaning of it now, of the sacred structure. The star inside the hexagon holds the poetry of the honeybee's sacred forms and their relationship to the spiritual body of our human world. The hexagram, the six-pointed star, is the shape associated with Anahata, the heart chakra. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So the heart chakra, okay. That's interesting. So if they raise young bees to live in and they contain the honey, their homes, there's something here, like I said, you heal this person's inner child in some way. You soothe their inner child in some way. It's like you give sweetness to their inner child that they never received before. And I don't think this person is consciously aware of this, because I had to like kind of search for an answer here and a meaning to it. But it's almost like they feel it in their soul spiritually, but they're not consciously aware of this yet, unless they're also spiritual. But there's something here about you, like honey is sweet. There's something about you being so sweet and nurturing to their inner child, or you being very sweet yourself and very romantic, and the sweetness you give to their inner child is like, let's just say, for example, Spirit is showing me, you know, like how they make jokes on TikTok or Instagram reels about almond moms, and how almond moms don't give their children, you know, proper food. Maybe not proper food, but like they give very little food, or like no chocolate, eat almonds, like that type of vibe. Let's just use that as an example. Let's say this person's mother only gave them almonds, but you give them sweet honey. And it's like, it's if you imagine a child, and maybe this child goes to its grandma's house and that's the only time they get sweets. They're gonna be so, what's the word? They're just gonna be so in love with that feeling of getting that they're gonna love going to their grandma. And they're gonna want to go to their grandma always, because their grandma gives them what they don't receive at home. You get what I mean? And there's something here about you giving their inner child that sweetness that they've never received before. And it's like, it's so divine. They've never even received it before, that it's unbelievable. And there's something here about them dreaming of a partner like you, but I don't think they were consciously aware of everything they dreamed of. And it's like you are someone that is so sweet, and that's exactly what they needed. There's some traits they asked for, like someone that would be supportive to them, someone that would love them, someone that would be help them grow, a healthy connection, things like that, loving connection. But like there's something here about their ancestors or their past on loved ones bringing you to them, and the ancestors giving them exactly what their inner child needs, but they weren't even consciously aware of that. So that's something I see here. And even while I do your reading, the kids are playing so loud outside, so there's a lot of inner child symbolism here. And the heart chakra, it's like your heart is so open, my pile number twos, and that's this person's favorite thing about you. How sweet you are, how romantic you are, how big your heart is, and how you just make the love feel like it overflows. And I feel like the love you give them is deeply valuable to them, and it's not something they've ever received before, but this person also loves and finds their favorite thing about you. Like I said, your sweetness, your romantic side, maybe even things you're insecure about, but also this person finds you, their favorite thing about you to be how you really connect deeply to the emotional, to the spiritual side of things. And I think that's this person's favorite thing about you, because I think you're very deeply intuitive. You also give the best advice. There's something here about you helping this person see things in different perspectives and transform and let go of a lot. Spirit keeps showing me a snake shedding its skin, and like the water bearer with Aquarius, where she pours water in. So it's kind of like you just pour into this person, and the way you pour love into them transforms them in some way. So I'm seeing Scorpio with transformation. Doesn't necessarily mean that these are your signs. It's just the energy of what is taking place in your connection. Do you get what I mean? Almost like if we had to see astrology transits and things like that, and that energy would make this happen. It's the same thing here. And I'm also seeing a lot of Libra energy with the Libra scales of balance in your connection. Your connection is meant to be balanced and harmonic, honest, truthful, and fair. Okay, so that's something I see here, and I think this person loves those traits about you as well. Since you're so honest, you're so authentic to yourself, you live in your truth. You're also someone that is really balanced, or at least maybe even balances them out, makes them feel more like themselves. You're also someone that is fair, that is honest, that is truthful. And those are traits that they find their favorite things about you, and how deeply transformative you are. I feel like you're always shifting to new levels, and you give the greatest advice. You just help them see things in different perspectives. It's almost like you breathe life into them, and it creates ripple effects of alignment for them. There's something about your energy being very healing and putting people into alignment, especially this person, and creating ripple effects of shifts to take place. This person also finds their favorite thing to be about you, how playful you are, how fun you are to be around with the Sun card, how magical your personality is. There's something about you that is very magical, that sees life with colors, that just sees the world as your oyster, where you can paint rainbows. It's like you kind of hold the world in your hands and see the world as your oyster. You have this very free, optimistic kind of energy to you. And when you dream of something, you really go after it. You really make it happen. Whatever you want is yours. I'm now hearing that song by Ariana Grande. I want it, I got it. So there's something about you that is like that, and that's this person's favorite trait about you as well, because it's like whenever you want something, you make it happen. And I also think this person feels like you, like I said, just shine in your own unique way, but also with your gifts. This person feels like you're deeply gifted and talented, and that's their favorite thing about you. But also, you're someone that knows your worth. You may be creative in some way. You may also be someone that just makes people around them feel good about themselves. You have like this sunshine energy of brightening everyone's lives, and that's this person's favorite trait about you. It's like you throw magical unicorns everywhere you go, or rainbows and glitter and sunshine. Like, that's the feeling I get. This is this person's favorite trait about you, and how compassionate and supportive you are. This person also just feels like they can be themselves around you, like they can be playful around you. They can just be themselves, dance, sing, act silly, make faces. There's something about that they really just feel, they feel free around you, and you just have this very free, spirited energy, and that is their favorite thing about you as well. This person's favorite thing about you is also how you treat those you love, because even in moments of conflict, you try to come up with solutions. You try to analyze the problem and try to come up with solutions so that your connections are balanced and harmonic and fair. You're a very fair person. You don't do things unfairly, and that's this person's favorite trait and thing about you as well. Because it's like, okay, we have this problem. Let's work through this together, not against each other. And that's something this person really loves about you. And that's their favorite thing about you, as well as how generous you are with your love. This person also feels like you are marriage material in some way, or like family material in some way, because I'm seeing an idea of family and an idea of like long-term connections. This person really feels like that, and really just feels an optimistic hope for the future. Definitely feels like you're the biggest blessing and is going to continue loving you. Like, that possibility of losing you is always there, because it's like this feeling of, I want to keep putting in effort so that you know how blessed I feel in your presence. I think this person also finds their favorite thing about you to be that they've longed for you before they even met you, but also you awaken them in a beautiful way. You bring them joy in a beautiful way. You're so playful with them, and when you're together, it just feels like you balance each other out in some way, or like you fit together perfectly like a puzzle piece. And that's their favorite thing about you. And there's something about you two feeling like one together. And also, this person loves how you're able to just accept things and be content with yourself. And even though you feel things very deeply, you're like honest and open about your feelings. You don't mind talking about it. And that's also this person's favorite thing about you. And how you not only have this joyful sunshine energy, but you also give off this very relaxed vibe. You make them feel safe, and that's also their favorite thing about you. I also feel like when you talk, there's something about you saying things in a very loving and kind way, but also being able to speak the truth. And that's something this person also finds their favorite thing to be about you. This person finds that their favorite thing about you is when you are taking care of yourself, and when you really, really love yourself. It's like, it's not like, okay, this feeling of like you're more attractive to me when you do this. It's more so like this feeling of you deserve that care and nurturing, and you deserve to receive it from yourself. That's something I see as well. And with these scales and the feather and the heart, it kind of reminds me of a story a friend told me another day, when she was like something about the scales, the heart, and the feather, and like someone would weigh your heart before you go to the heavens after passing on, and like if the scales balance and your heart is good, then you can go into heaven. Something about that, like Egyptian culture. I'm not exactly sure the full story, but it's reminding me of that, this image. So there's something here about your heart being in a good place, and that's also their favorite thing about you, your heart, and how deep you love. Okay, and I also feel like this person does find you very physically attractive as well. Very, very physically attractive, but I think it's more so like with a rose. Yes, I see your physical beauty, but I also see your inner beauty. And I don't just see just the physical, I see both. Like the rose with the thorn. I see the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I want to love it all. That kind of energy. And we're not perfect as human beings, but it's like this person loves even the parts of yourself you don't even love. You get what I mean? And this is what I feel here. So, to complete this reading, this person's favorite thing about you is your heart, how healing your energy is, how transformative it is, how you just make them feel free, like they can be themselves, how much you shine. They love everything about you, your roses, your thorns. And they also love the fact that they're just blessed by your presence. They're blessed to have you in their life. And there's something about that. And you just feeling like such a joy to them in their life. So this is what I see in your reading, my pile number 2s. I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose the Citrine crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at their favorite traits about you, their favorite things about you, the person on your mind. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. You chose the card Fearless Love. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of your cards. Let's see what shows up today. Okay, my pile number 3s. For your cards, we have Endless Opportunities. We have the card The Future. We have Gratitude. We have Internal Explorer. For your tarot cards, we have the Four of Wands. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Star. And lastly, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so before we start with your reading, I do have a small favor to ask from you. The last 3 months, 78% of people who watch my channel didn't subscribe. So if you've ever liked any of the videos I've posted and you like this channel, can you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button? It helps my channel more than you know, and the bigger the channel gets, the more content I can create and put out to you guys. I'd also like to thank those that have been supporting from the beginning and those that have been subscribing within the past few days. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your support, all your love. I'm sending you so much love and enjoy this reading. Okay, my pile number 3. So this person's favorite things about you, I feel a very earthy energy from you, my pile 3s, but also a very fiery energy from you. And it doesn't necessarily have to mean your zodiac sign. It's just the element of energy and feeling. And you know whose energy I'm feeling very heavily? I heard the word Pachamama, which to me relates to Mother Earth's energy in a way, because you know when you look at different gods and goddesses, I feel like there's some similarities from different cultures. It's like the same being, but like presented in a different way. You get what I mean? And I feel like Pachamama is it's a very close resemblance to Mother Earth's energy. And what I do know from Mother Earth is she is Mother Earth, but she also has this deeply grounding, nurturing energy that also is just always ever growing. The times I've seen her, it's almost like she's just decorated with all these leaves around her, this greenery and this kind of earthy feeling. So I feel like you have a very grounded nature. You're someone that's always growing. You're someone that's always planting new seeds into your reality, planting seeds into those you love. And you're someone that is always ever growing. You're someone that is blooming as a person. And that's something this person's favorite traits about you is also how grounded you are, how safe you feel to this person. You could be like nature, very beautiful. But you know, when we look at nature, nature has its imperfections, but it's perfectly imperfect. And I feel like this is how this person views you, and that's their favorite thing about you as well. And when I think of her energy, it's also something that is very much in the energy of creation, because each time I think of her, I feel like this energy of, I see like this image of a pregnant Mother Earth with Earth's baby. And with pregnancy, it's a symbol of creation. So this person feels like you're always creating your reality. You're always in this energy of creation. Like, all my dreams, I can always end up creating it. I can create any reality I want, and there's always endless possibilities. You're someone that is determined to achieve your goals. 11:11 on the clock as I look. So there's this very divine feeling to you of creation, of creating your reality, creating the opportunities you want in your life and going out there and grabbing it because it's yours to keep. You get what I mean? And that's something this person really loves about you. It's their favorite trait about you as well. And I also feel, you know, with the fiery energy I'm feeling, fire is also the energy of creation. Because when we light a fire, we create it out of nothing. So some of you could be creative in some way, or you could just have this huge amount of creative energy within you of creating your reality and painting your reality the way you want it, and kind of just having that vision for the future of what you want. Some of you are visionaries and dreamers, and like you go after your dreams and you grab it because it's yours and you just create it in your reality. And that's something this person's favorite traits of you are. But also with the fiery energy, you could be someone that is very fiery, someone that is very much ambitious, very passionate about life. You could also be very independent, and you could also be someone that sees the world and life with color, and you paint your reality with color, and you see life from a very much childlike perspective of like imagination, and I can create anything in my reality. Spirit is showing me SpongeBob when he makes a rainbow with his hands. It's almost like that energy, if I can explain it in words. And that's this person's favorite trait about you as well, because I think there's something about you that makes this person just feel like they're looking at the world with rose-colored glasses, and no, I don't want to take off these rose-colored glasses. Who told us to take off these rose-colored glasses in the first place? Because we can see the world with such beauty and such color and create our realities the way we want it. Who gave us these rules that everything should be boring and fit into place and blah 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 blah? Like, no, let's create our reality. And there's lots of infinite possibilities out there, and it's almost like we're optimistic for the future, that whatever we want is ours. And that's something I see. This person really admires this trait about you, how imaginative you are and how you just have this visionary aspect to you, but also how independent you are and how passionate you are about the things you love. And it's almost like you have a sparkle in your eyes when you think about or talk about the things you're passionate about, or the things you love, or your hobbies, or the things you love to do, your friends, your family, or whatever you love. It's like you have this sparkle in your eyes when you talk about it, and that's this person's favorite trait about you as well. And if you are creative, I think that's also something this person really loves about you, a favorite thing about you as well. There's something about you that is always following your dreams and climbing the ladder to your dreams. And I think you have a lot of star qualities within you that make you shine bright, but you also see that within others, and you show others their own talents, their own gifts, what they're good at, what they're really talented at, what they would really shine at. And it's like you are the star that shines brightly, but you also lead others to their star qualities. It's not like, okay, I'm just going to shine brightly and stand here. I'm going to bring others up to the stars and make them show them what makes them shine brightly too. And that's also this person's favorite thing about you, because with this citrine crystal, the citrine represents the success energy, but also this energy of shining. It's the solar plexus energy of shining brightly, of standing out. Even with these peacock feathers here, you're someone that stands out with everything you do. And this is this person's favorite trait about you, but also your ability to go after the things you want to create in your reality and kind of just do it so effortlessly. And your abundance mindset, that's something this person loves and their favorite trait about you. But also how you just grow things in your life. You're always ever growing, you're always ever blossoming, blooming, and it's like you make other people grow too and show them how they shine too. And it's like you hype those up around you and you make them feel special. And that's something about you that this person really loves, their favorite thing about you, because it's like you don't just shine brightly with your peacock feathers there in the sky with your like a shiny star, but it's like you bring other people up there and show their feathers too and show what makes them shine too. And that's something this person really loves about you, and your determination to achieve success, because it's like I think something about you, your visionary mindset, your dreamer kind of attitude towards life, it opens this person's eyes to the possibilities. And like I said, with the rose-colored glasses, I'm not taking them off. Spirit is showing me a Bratz movie I watched. I think it's called Fashion Pixies, when she kind of, this pixie girl kind of takes Sasha and Jade, I think, and she shows them, like, she puts glasses on them, these rose-colored glasses that allow them to see the fairies on Earth. And humans don't usually see that side of things, but like she was showing them the beauty of life that they haven't seen before, and like showing them there's fairies everywhere. We never knew it because we never saw it, but it's like there's fairies everywhere, there's gnomes, there's glitter everywhere. And that's something this person feels like you bring them. Like you almost show them the beauty of the world. You show them how good life can get, how beautiful life can get, and how we can just see life with this colorful aspect of creation, of anything is possible. And that's something this person really loves about you. You could also just have this very magical energy to you that makes this person almost feel like I'm now entering into this Alice in Wonderland universe, and everything is colorful, everything is shiny, everything is full of rainbows and unicorns and like fairies and mermaids, and everything's mythical here. And I don't want to go back to Earth because I enjoy it too much here. There's something about you that just has your inner child with you, and your inner child makes this person's inner child come out, but also other people's inner child. It's like you bring out that childlike energy of celebration, of seeing the world with color, and that's this person's favorite trait about you. Spirit is really making these bubbles to me stand out. So bubbles could have a spiritual meaning to it. Let me just see what it means. Maybe some of you relate to Bubbles' energy from Powerpuff Girls, but let me just see what the Bubbles' spiritual meaning is. Okay, so the round shape of a bubble. Now Spirit is showing me when people, like children, blow bubbles. And like how magical that is. Okay, but anyways, the round shape of a bubble is said to symbolize the infinite nature of the universe. By blowing them into the air, we are releasing our worries. Bubbles have been long associated with joy, happiness, and good luck. In many cultures, they are believed to be symbols of hope and new beginnings. Because they are so light and delicate, they are also seen as a representation of the soul. Bubbles are often associated with joy, childlike wonder, and a carefree attitude. They are also a reminder that all things are temporary. When you see bubbles, take a moment to appreciate the simple things of life. Let go of your worries and enjoy the moment. After all, life is too short to be anything but happy. Bubbles also have a spiritual meaning. They remind us that we are all connected and that everything is interdependent. We are all part of the same universe, and everything we do affects everyone else. When you see bubbles, take a deep breath and remember that you are connected to everyone and everything around you. We are all in this together. And this is exactly what I was explaining to you. This could be like your personality, the things I just read here. Like this could be what this person really, their favorite things about you. How soulful you are, how you just feel this connection to everything around you. And it's not just like this feeling of, I push myself up the ladder to success. I take others with me because we're all connected. And that's something I see here, this person's favorite thing about you, but also how spontaneous and free you are. That's how you feel to this person as well. I also feel like the things you say come from the most love, and this person feels that from your voice whenever you speak. But also, like I said, you're always blooming, but you make those around you also bloom. And it's like you plant seeds of love in those you love with the things you say. You also have a very deeply healing energy. And I'm feeling the high heart chakra energy. And the high heart chakra is like this huge amount of love that you give off. And that's this person's favorite thing about you as well. Because your energy is very healing, but also very much in that high heart chakra energy, that blissful energy of just that universal type of love, if that makes sense. And Spirit is also showing me a lotus flower. So there's something here about you bringing this person to wholeness, or bringing people around you to wholeness, having a very deeply healing energy that comes from love, having a lot of wisdom in you, a very magical energy. And Spirit is showing me the hummingbird now. I just want to see what that means. And I think this is this person's favorite trait about you, because you take them out of like this dark place and you just help them bloom and bring them to wholeness, but it's also like you bring that to other people. So let's just see what the hummingbird means. Sometimes I think it's associated with the voice because they sing. So some of you could have beautiful voices, or you just have an uplifting way of speaking to people that transforms them and helps them bloom and plant seeds of love in them. But also you have this very nurturing energy to you as well. And it's like you show who you are, and it's like there's nothing to hide here. It's like this deep vulnerability of almost being like emotionally naked in front of this person, if that makes sense. And that's something this person loves about you, how much of an open book you are. That's their favorite thing. So in most cases, the hummingbird spirit animal is a messenger of joy, love, and good luck. So good luck is coming up a lot. You could just have this very much good luck kind of attitude to the world. Or you could be a good luck charm in some way. So if it's a messenger of joy, love, and good luck, maybe the way you speak is just full of joy, full of love, or uplifts people around you. So this mighty little bird is also a symbol of beauty, playfulness, and resilience. Those with the hummingbird as their spirit animal tend to be happy. They're joyful people who love life and all of its challenges. So this is their favorite things about you. You also have a lot of beauty and playfulness within you, but not just, you have a lot of external beauty with the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands to me is always this beautiful person, but you also have this inner beauty within your soul and a very resilient but playful soul. That's something I see, and this is this person's favorite trait about you. And it's like you have a very powerful energy of rebirthing those around you. And this person sees you as such a pleasure to be around. It's like you bring so much joy in their lives, and that's their favorite thing about you, because it's like you find the simple pleasures of life and the beautiful things about life. And I think you're also very protective over those you love. And Spirit is showing me the lion and a lioness. So, you know, the lion is the king of the jungle. It just stands out. And I feel like you have that energy. I'm seeing 111 again. So there's something here about you being so divine and just standing out, but also having a lot of courage and confidence to you of going after your dreams and achieving them. And like believing that wishes come true. That we can wish upon a star and it can come true. Your energy is just so magical and powerful, my pile number 3s. And I think you also bring a lot of change into those you encounter, because Spirit is showing me the number 5. I'm almost feeling like this person couldn't resist loving you even if they tried, because you're so lovable. It's almost like this feeling of Spirit is showing me Mabel from Gravity Falls. I almost feel like you have this cuteness to you that is so lovable, and it's like, who couldn't love you? Because no one can not love you. Like, even if people were like really rude to you, they don't like you for some reason, it's like eventually they're gonna start loving you, because you just have this lovable personality to you. Do you get what I mean? And it's like you can't resist it. Spirit is showing me Jupiter energy. So you just have this very expansive energy to you, this very lucky energy as well. And it's like Jupiter energy is big, it's rich. It's like we see the world with abundance and good luck and things like that. And that's something this person finds as their favorite trait about you. I think you're also very wise and knowledgeable, and that's something this person loves about you, and how emotionally vulnerable you are. And your energy feels liberating and freeing in some way. Carefree, like that type of energy. And I'm almost feeling like you make this person feel like it's okay to be emotionally vulnerable. I don't have to protect myself. That kind of energy. And I think you're someone that is also very giving with those you love. And that's this person's favorite trait about you. But they also love to give to you and see you receive. You're also someone that is always leveling up and going after your desires in life, always glowing up, always leveling up, always rebirthing. And that's something this person finds as their favorite trait about you. But also when they get to know you, it feels like they're getting to know a deeper part of themselves, because there's something about you that has a very deep nature to you. You see things with depth, and you are a very deep person as well. So it's like you understand yourself on a deep, deep, deep level. You've gone deep within your emotions, deep within your soul. And it's like, as you understand yourself deeply, you also understand others deeply. And it feels like the more they get to know you, it feels like they get to know themselves deeper. And it almost feels like this exploration type of energy. And I also feel like you have this very energizing energy, but gentle energy at the same time. And a lot of power and light to you, but it's like the power you have within is this gentle type of power that maybe you don't necessarily see. And I also keep getting the way you communicate, the way you speak, or your voice is very beautiful. Something about the way you speak, the words you say is very beautiful. And this is this person's favorite thing about you. And this person also recognizes how you're able to break free from things that don't serve you. You're not afraid to walk away from things that aren't serving you anymore and move forward. And it's like, that's what this person's favorite traits are about you. I also feel like, I'm not sure what kind of connection this is, but if this is a love connection, I see you having like a friendship with this person as well, not just love. And I think this person loves to spoil you with love, and they love that you have a friendship as well, not just love. But if this is a friendship connection, there's a lot of love in this friendship connection as well. And now I'm hearing an ice cream truck outside. It's like this inner child passionate energy, this celebratory energy you give off, but also this transformative energy, and that's this person's favorite trait about you. And you also just have this very relaxed vibe when you're in a state of challenges. It's like you don't mind challenges. And you also have a very intuitive nature. You read people around you like a book, and that is this person's favorite energy, favorite thing about you. And you're also very sweet, very much a joy to be around. You see life with adventure and this energy of creation. I also feel like if this is a love connection with the Four of Wands, this person sees you as marriage material and sees your connection as something that is going to grow for a very long time. If this person takes it slow with you, it's like this energy of earth of, I'm planting a garden of love with you, and I'm going to continue watering it at a consistent pace. And it's going to grow into this beautiful garden of love, but there's no rush for these plants to grow. That kind of energy. So this is what I see in your reading of their favorite things about you, my pile number 3s. I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!